Let's refurbish an old fingerboard to an almost new fingerboard. It's Christian from Kalye, and if you want to learn how to refurbish a fingerboard, watch this video. Let's go get the acetone. We are on the way right now to go to Walmart and then get the acetone and maybe look at some toys, but we're on our way there right now and then we'll do the magic. We just hit Wally World. Wally World in Oceanside. Can't believe this is the first thing I picked up. Cheat code. Star Wars Lego set? Is that Jake FB? I usually look at the tech deck out, but they have no tech deck. We got the sauce though. Hold on. Hold on now. What do we got here? How's Jeremy? Bag secured. My favorite part about my new house is, bro, you don't know how much this means to me, bro. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, boy.
These are the boards that we're going to be refurbishing today. One, rural 33 with a longer cut. Urban 36, rural 36. These are the boards that we're going to be refurbishing on this video. I'll make it for y'all three ways. One's gonna have a graphic, one's gonna be paint, and one's gonna be blank. Let's put these aside. This is the main attraction for this video, the acetone. Could be any acetone, as long as it's one of the higher concentrated ones, this should work. But, disclaimer, this only works for CMYK printed graphics, kind of like the Kalye ones, with the dots. You can't really see it, but I'll put a photo right here. Is it done? Is the photo done? Okay. These, from what I've heard, don't work at UV printed graphics. But we're gonna go with this one. You know what, let's take off the stickers first, actually. Let's take off the stickers, make sure they're ready and clean before we use this bad boy. Whee! Start taking off the stickers. First, I'm gonna prep the board. Take off all the stickers. There's a cool Black River sticker on this one. You know what? For the video, whatever. We're taking it off. And there's a bunch of cool pyro stickers. I used to do this to my boards, but before I found out this method, I thought that sanding it would be the best move. But with this method, you will see why it's magic. Oh, 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 it's magic. You know. It's magic. You know. I really take pride in my stickers. I don't know, it just adds so much character to the board. I mean, that's just me. But also I have boards that don't have stickers or have minimal stickers. Boom, stickers are gone. I lied, there's one more sticker on it. My bad. Boom, stickers are gone. Now, the next step. That's when the acetone comes in. Make sure, if you're prepping your boards, some of the blemishes might not come out, but we can hide it better. Let's take out the graphic off of this one first. Put this to the side. We need to apply this one. We just dab a little bit of that. Not too much. Once you have the acetone, boom. This one is going to disappear quick. That's why it's magic. You see there's a little bit of graphic there on the bottom still. Just wipe that. Just hold on. Put a little bit more. There you go. Board is now blank. There's still a few blemishes on it, but we'll see if we can hide that. All right, now let's do the next board. Oh, relax. Let's do the 36mm Urban next. I've taken off half of the graphic. Graphics are gone on 36. It's pretty quick. You have to get a new spot on your rag. Because if you use the spot where the graphics came out, there's going to be residue on the board. So, there you go. That looks almost brand new. A little bit of wheel bite, a little bit of scratches. Not too shabby. Let's do the last board. Then we do the same thing. Repeat the process. I'm gonna keep scrubbing it off until it's all gone, and then I'll do one more pass with a fresh part. Yeah, because you see the colors are getting onto the wood, and do one more pass with a clean side, so it's just clean. Boom, there you have it. All the boards are now clean and ready for graphic, or well, lacquer first, depending on what you want to do. But that's just the bottom. I'm going to show y'all the top as well to get the grip tape out and to get it as clear. Oh, well, that doesn't have the grip tape. We need to take off the grip tape on these boards, and then we'll figure out which boards we're going to put graphics on, which one we're going to paint, and which one we're going to leave blank. So if you want to take off the grip tape, this is the easiest method without using a heat gun. I learned this one from Chetty. So just pretty much roll your finger down and then just pretty much scratch off the residue with your nails after peeling the grip tape. It's just gonna take a minute. Man, a heat gun would be so good right now. Ow! Done. You'll see there's a little bit of residue left. So, what we can do, we can use this one again. I also don't stamp my boards because I know what I'm writing. Pause. I also don't stamp my boards because I know what mold and what size I'm writing. So that's why I don't have stamp. But for this video, we'll stamp it. We'll stamp it back. And you can stamp your boards with whatever stamp you guys want to. Once you clean up the top, I mean, unless there's already a stamp, then I guess this conversation is pointless, isn't it? That's a wee bit cleaner, innit? So the bottom half is a little bit cleaner. Now let's do the other side. I'm trying to get the sides of the board too, so all the residue comes off. There's a lot of other methods that you can do that will make this one easier. I mean, this is pretty easy, but you can also use Goo Gone. Goo Gone, though, you have to leave it a little bit. This one, you can kind of just go straight into it. That's as clean as we can get it, top and bottom. The residue is just gooing all over me. Oh, yo, what is that? Cleano. Now let's do the Rural 32. This one has a thicker residue, though this might be a, this might not be fun. Okay, we got the residue out of the tail. Done dealio. Let's stamp these up. All of the boards are now clean, bottom and the top. This has a stamp already, so let's stamp these two. First, we're going to be using the new stamp. I'm not going to put the mold, I'm just going to put the stamp on the center to keep it as simple as possible, alright? This one is dead. This one doesn't have any more ink in it, so what I would do, since this is a brand new ink, use this on the new one first and kinda make this soak in the rest of the ink, so it's not ugly when you put it on. Okay, it's not as clean as I would do it on boards, but for the sake of the video, we're just stamping it as basic as possible. Done and done. That's just for extra flavor. I kind of messed up on the stamps because I have a new ink pad and new ink pads are just too wet. Alright, now let's decide which one we're going to put a graphic on, which one we're going to paint, and then which one we're going to leave blank. We're going to put a graphic on this one. We're painting this one. And then we're keeping this one blank. I went back to the Rural 32, cleaned it up a little bit. Now it's not even noticeable. But this is gonna look good after lacquering. So we'll do it 3 ways. This is the board that we're gonna put a graphic on. This is the board that we're gonna paint. And this board is the one that we're gonna keep clean blank. Next step that we're gonna do for the boards, lacquer, clear coat, whatever else varnish, whatever. This is what we're gonna do next. For the paint, I use frog tape so it doesn't get overspray on the opposite side of the board. So I'm gonna tape that because it's the only one that we're gonna be using with paint. And if you want no overspray on the side of the board, I usually kind of just push the tape towards it, but make sure you're not blocking the board itself. This one's ready for paint, and these two are ready for lacquer. But what I'm gonna do first is paint this because I'm gonna lacquer it after. So I'll lacquer them all together actually. Let's put this away for now. We're gonna lacquer it after I paint the board. So for the original Fufu Chrome Hearts, I would do the chrome and glitter, but this time I think I'm gonna do glitter all over and then I'll put the chrome logo on it. I wanna be generous on that glitter. So I use this stencil for this board and just spray paint over it. I did green and yellow for fb.con. So if you want to paint your boards, you can use any stencil you want. You can make your own stencil, you can make your own design, and then you can just spray paint it on the board. It's simple, but you know, that looks cool. Now what we're gonna do is lacquer all these boards. You want to be a little generous on the lacquer with the blanks. Now we just wait for that to dry.
24 hours later.
Let's get to work. So I'm doing real wear on this board, but you don't need to. You can do paper, you can do sticker, you can do other things, but I'm just opting for the real wear because I have it. So I'm gonna put a real wear on this board because I have the real wear. But if I don't, I would do paper. There's also paper. Let's preheat the roller. And while we're waiting for the roller to heat up, I'm gonna go clean up the side of the 36mm Urban. Since it's gonna have a little bit of overspray on the side, it's not gonna look clean, as you can see. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Then we're just gonna scratch off the paint on the side, so you can see a little bit of the bottom fly. Look at that. Fire! Then we're gonna put a graphic on this board, and then we're gonna keep this one blank. I picked the Basti graphic on this Rule 36 because I think I might end up using it. Again, you can opt for paper graphic. I'm just doing this one because I have a heat roller and obviously I have graphics. I just realized I'm wearing a Slush Cold shirt. So if you don't have roller graphics or if you don't have heat transfer, I would use paper. That is starting to look spicy, but we're looking pretty good right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna let it cool down and then we're gonna peel it off. Wow. Let's peel this bad boy off. I usually start at the bottom. Wow. Very cool, very clean. There you have it. They're all refurbished, they're all done. This was the red board, looks brand new. This is the 36mm Urban. Looks brand new with the paint. Top is clean. And this one is the 32-year-old blank. Okay. Trash is here. Gotta go in the trash can now. So, that is it for this video. And look how they came out. They came out pretty nice. They came out pretty nice. This was the red board. Again, if you don't have heat transfer graphics or real or whatever, just use paper. And it's gonna look equally as good, except you know it's just gonna work differently, but it's gonna be paper. And pick a thin paper to put on it. So if you put a thin paper, it's gonna look very clean. But this is the red board. Look at that, very clean. This is the Urban 36 that I'm gonna be using for fb.con this year. And I also did use Goo Gone on top. Literally, I just like squirted, and then I just like, and it's clean again. No residue, clean. This one's done by paint. We did it 3 ways. We did it with the real wear, we did it with paint, and we did it with nothing. There's really nothing we did here. But yeah, this is gonna be the board I'm gonna be using on fb.con. Super clean, and the paint looks so fresh. The deck just looks brand new. And then of course the blank board, the Rule 32. I might put a graphic on this eventually. I might give it the jig. And if you guys wanna do the same thing I did, just get the materials that I use, and then have fun with it. Do whatever stencil you want, do whatever paint you want, do whatever graphic you want on whatever board you got. Just give them a second life. That's it. Also, shout outs to Chris, because Chris plugged me with the acetone on what to use, because I've always just sanded them, but they took 5 business days. But with this one, it's pretty quick. I mean, it's been, you know, it's been a day, but I don't want to wait for the lacquer to dry and then touch them. But overall, they came out great. Look at that. Spicy, yeah? That's it for the video. So if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe and comment down below if you're planning on doing that on your boards or not. Whatever. It's cool, man. Chromies.